Good day and welcome to another edition of Casto's Best Practices in Travel Management. After a request from a client of ours, we decided to take on the topic of how do you get airline tickets for a much cheaper price and what are some of the rules of the game that the airlines play. Well, in this best practice, we actually feature an interview that took place with the revenue manager at one of the major airlines, an undisclosed revenue manager. It was featured in a news article a little bit back. The revenue managers themselves are in many ways kind of like the pit bosses in a casino. They tell you the rules of the game and when you can play it and when you cannot play it. So hearing their insight is very important. A couple of the key things that were mentioned in that interview were that prices consistently go up, as we all know, as well as what are some of the frequencies of when they go up, largely related upon the time until the trip is to take place, as well as what are some options in terms of upgrade capacities that the airlines will put in place. From our own experience, we notice that prices are consistently on the move and are constantly being updated. International markets are changing at least on an hourly basis and obviously are subject to inventory considerations. Now, there's always tips and tricks that you can find on a lot of different websites on how to beat the game, if you would. And like a casino, my personal thoughts on the matter is good luck trying to beat the game because the house always wins in this one here. The airlines are in a position to be able to control the price that they want, and they know the price that they are charging on any particular seat at any particular moment. So you can be crafty, say for example, hey, only buy on Tuesdays and Thursdays or Saturdays because according to some sites that's where it's historically less. Realistically, it's less because there just happens to be less demand at that particular moment, but it's constantly being adjusted. So how do you beat the game? How do you find a way to beat the airline prices and come up with something that's less expensive? Well, there's really two ways to go about doing it. One is the go-it-alone approach and use sites like Fair Compare. So shop as frequently as you can, try to find out what the lowest price is, and hope you snag the right one, and use sites to monitor it. Challenging here is that it's extremely time intensive. It requires consistent knowledge of what your markets are and your travel patterns are, and it requires you ultimately to be liable to working with the airlines themselves for any customer service support. Airlines themselves, unfortunately, have one of the lowest customer service rankings in any industry. The alternative to that is use something that's more enterprise-wide, which is use a travel management company. Obviously, Casto is a TMC. This is what we do. But there's a lot of benefit going this approach. Casto has access to every single fare that's in the marketplace that's available through our global distribution system, so that's hundreds of thousands of fares filed on a daily basis. Additionally, we also check all sites online, primarily through the distribution aggregator of Kayak. Furthermore, all information is allocated through our quality control systems to ensure that not only do you get the best price available at the time, but it fits company policies and parameters, and it fits your own personal preferences. So, when considering how to beat the game, consider working with a partner to it. Because that's one thing the casinos have always been a little bit suspicious of when there's more than one person at the table working in tandem. So we're here to help you and we're looking forward to having a chance to do so. Take care.